Muscle building quesadilla. Time to eat. Another video for the off season if your appetite is in the absolute tank. I'm telling you, this meal right here is something I used in the past when I couldn't really stomach or have the thought of eating chicken and rice again. This is another one of my go-tos when I was in those periods of time. So it's gonna be some guacamole, quesadillas, chicken, a little bit of cheese. It's gonna be so good. And guess what? We even have a special topping of Spanish rice. So time for me to get in the kitchen and show you guys how to make it. All right, so all we're gonna do, again, as always, just trim these little bits of fat off because to me, I just don't like them. And we wanna make this as lean of meat as possible because we're gonna get adequate fat in the rest of this meal with the cheese and the avocado. All right, so now we're gonna butterfly each one of these. So again, if you didn't watch the short we made, put it this way, slice down the backside, fold it open like a book. And this is gonna make it so that they cook way more even and faster because both Chaz and I are very hungry. So you see how perfectly that folds open? It's gonna be even thickness all the way around, and that way it just cooks very evenly. A little salt and pepper. And now these go right on the grill. All right, we're gonna turn the grill temp down to medium and slam these bad boys dead center. These will cook in literally half the time. Perfect. Grill shut, 6 minutes. All right, so we're just gonna add our Mexican rice. That's 1 2/3 cup of water. Let's broth it to a boil. Now we're going to reduce the medium heat and stir. That good and mixed up. For the little one, 3 minutes. All right, time to flip these breasts. Oh, look at those grill marks. The timer going off to flip that meat. Let's go 6 more minutes. Time to make some guacamole. So I'm not gonna cut this like a serial killer this time. I'll actually cut it the long ways because apparently that was heavily frowned upon. As you know, I hate fucking avocado, so I don't eat this regularly. I normally just make it for Angela and she doesn't give a fuck the whatever way I cut it. Okay, so we'll save this pit so that we can drop it right back in. I'm just gonna cube it so it makes it easier for scooping out. So I'm just gonna put some cut marks in there on both sides before I scoop it out with a spoon. Avocado, see how easy that popped out with the cubes? It makes my life a lot simpler. Okay, just like that. Don't wanna waste any of this good fat. There's half. And the other half. And all we're gonna do is just take a fork and mash it up. All right, so all we're gonna do here is add some everything bagel seasoning. And then we'll do garlic powder, touch of salt, and then a lime, half of one. Okay, and then now we'll just mix that back up. Get all those ingredients in there. Oh, I don't even like guacamole and this shit smells good. Okay, now what we'll do from there, take the seed, drop it dead center. All right, let's flip this meat again. Oh, look at the coloring, the charring is so beautiful. Oh, look at that. That is gonna be beyond tender. 3 minutes. All right, guys, I'm just gonna cut some of this onion up here. Then I'm gonna saute it. So this will just, honestly, it's gonna taste so good with that chicken and cheese we're gonna put in this quesadillas. But as I'm cutting this, what I wanna think about here and talk to you guys about is barrier to entry, right? Because most people, or some people will look at this who don't have a grill and say, oh God, this is stupid, I can't watch the video. Literally, you can bake the chicken, you can air fry the chicken, you can cook it on the stove top. Like, just because you don't necessarily have a grill and we're choosing to do it this way today, doesn't mean that you can't still make these glorious, glorious quesadillas. So all I'm gonna do, slice it right in the middle, make it super easy. That means our rice is done, so let me show you that real fast. Just gonna fluff it up. Now, after I put it on medium heat for 3 minutes, it has had to rest for 8 minutes. And look at that, oh my word. If you guys could smell that, oh, so good, so good. All right, I am a sucker for sauteed onions, so just a little bit, I'm talking about a little bit, like a teaspoon of olive oil. And the chicken just went off. Just gonna break it up. And then we're just gonna try to get some coloring on this onion. It won't take long. Chicken is done. We're dropping this cutting board because we're gonna let them sit for about 3 minutes before we slice it up and add the quesadilla. All right, so I'm just gonna cut these chicken breasts here. Again, you can cut them into big strips, small strips, however you like them. But look how just delicate that's falling apart. Like, I'm applying almost no pressure and it's just falling apart. Oh my God, this is incredible. All right, so 8 ounces of chicken here. And then I'm gonna chop it up even more fine with some meat scissors. All right. I'm gonna let him come take a look. That was spot on. Next step is, again, I have about a teaspoon of oil in there that's heated up. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna drop one of these, dust a little bit of cheese on it. Like that. I'm going to get some of these onions that we sauteed. And then some meat scissors. And I'm just gonna cut this chicken up right over top. Perfect. Hell yeah. Now, what I like to do here is just throw a lid on it so that cheese nice and melts. And you know what, since this is the all season, I'm gonna dust a little bit more cheese on there to get some extra grams of fat. And then lid on. All right, so I slid this quesadilla off into the cutting board, dropped another quesadilla because it's gonna be the topper, right? And then from there, we're just gonna slice it up, add the rice, and we are good to go. Let me just check it. So how you check it, I don't know, it's a fancy way. I just go like that. So I like mine a little bit more crisp than that. When it starts to bubble, that's usually how I know when it's ready. Oh, perfect. Drop it on top, just like that. Pull it off the eye. And then now I have a pizza slicer. That's when I'm gonna go at it. Oh, you can hear that crisp. I certainly hope you can hear that on camera. I'd cut it in fourths. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll do 150 grams of rice here. Right there is perfect. Oh, will you look at that? And there you have it. Bodybuilder quesadilla, packed with protein, quality carbs, and you got some fat from the cheese and olive oil. So this is a great meal. Again, if you struggle to get your food down, I'm telling you, this will go down so easy and you'll be hungry for it again in less than 2 hours. All right, I'm gonna stop running my mouth because I am fucking hungry. Let's dig in. See if I can scald my face off. Oh my God. Before I met my wife, I literally hated Mexican food. Now I love it. She has completely converted me. All right, guys, there you have it. Another high quality muscle building meal that is so easy to get down and very easy to digest. Now, one of the things you saw me make in the beginning of the video, this devil's mash, aka guacamole, or if you want to throw in some salsa, will be another great option as a topper if you wanted to spice that up, add some extra fat, or if you want to get in some salsa that has some vegetables in it, give it some heat. Obviously, those would all be great options to add to this meal to catch up with some calories, or the salsa honestly will just give it more moisture, which makes it even easier to get down. Like, I can't tell you, you guys just have to try this meal. It's absolutely wonderful. Put it into practice on your off season, and I'm telling you, you will look forward to this and you will grow. Until next time, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Another great meal from Chris Evans TV.